Next one.
Can I? I've got a ton of notes. You can check my paper, but
Nice.
quick stuff. So I was, just some of my thoughts. There should be. It was my thought. Absolutely non-hybrid roles, which I came up with only one, but I think definitely just up for discussion. The Toastmaster should never be hybrid. Question for you, of course, if you agree or not, but it's just my thoughts. And I was going to share with you that we're going to test in a different club a new hardware in order to try to keep it simple. And asking if you heard about it, the Facebook portal. Nothing to do with Facebook. Of course, the product name is called Facebook Portal. It was when I bought one for my parents, an old couple. Of course, it has to be simple to use. I was very happy that it includes a Zoom client, which I was not expecting. I knew WhatsApp and Messenger, of course, would be there, but it has a Zoom client, and I tested. And the great thing about that Facebook Portal hardware is very simple to set up. Comes in like 3 different flavors. Only the hardware, one with included tablet, 2 different sizes, and the camera follows and pans. And Rafael, the trick is with a wide angle, but then lots of software to recognize faces. And we're going to test it next Monday, so I will give feedback on that as well. But wondering if you've thought of different stuff, trying to simplify in terms of hardware, and depending on investment costs, of course. For my first, here are my notes for my first intervention, but I don't want to talk too much.
So one topic at a time. So first, the strictly non-online or non-hybrid role. You mentioned the Toastmaster. I used to have that belief until I was happily proven wrong by one of our members, Germano. He's fairly articulate in doing the role of a Toastmaster while online, and it is a restriction, or it is an extra effort that we would be inputting into the agenda organization, the role flow. The whole session as a whole would actually suffer in making it a restriction of that sort, because it actually, in my mind, it felt more natural to just have the person in person, but it actually doesn't have the benefit as long as the person is actually qualified to be a Toastmaster and organize or let the session flow as it always should. There is actually no cost benefit. There is no benefit to just making it in person. Regarding the Facebook portal, I don't know it. I tried to quickly Google it, and I only found the actual Facebook solution. But it only feels like a tablet with a camera.
Can I say something about that, Danielle? I will kindly ask your help. In the tab, in the hybrid corner, you have in the equipment, other equipment. When you use that, please send me a feedback so I can post it on the website and other people can go and see. And what I'm doing, and this is very important, I'm giving credit to the people that review the material and giving credit to the people and the club they are into. And this is very important for us to make a most connected community. So when you do that, please send me. I'm gonna put on the web page, and it's very important. It's very important what you said.
So just to finish the thought, it felt like a tablet with a camera, maybe with some special connectivity. But from what I can say, in line with what I was presenting, it is an additional cost. So it's not necessarily just a smartphone or just a laptop that we use for other things. It's maybe a device specialized for this type of activity, and it may not be the solution that most clubs can enjoy. From that perspective, I wouldn't support it. Mostly because, and I wanted to mention this in my presentation, and I'm not going to say I forgot. I'm going to say it was not as important as I need it to be right now, which is And let me share my screen again. Once I find the link, I click link. Is that exactly? So I'm going to share my screen, and you're going to see what I meant by having a specialized equipment. So I'm going to focus on this image. Let me copy the image and show the image in all of its glory. Do you see what we have here? We have a room with one laptop, one phone, two phones, one camera, one tripod, and a board that has a specialized camera with two screens. And this is the thing that goes the most against what I was trying to convey. They speak about equipment. What they are not talking about is the cost of having too much equipment. If you're introducing a new piece of hardware or technology into your sessions, it needs to be available for every single person that is going to set up a hybrid session. So I really recommend that you keep it as simple as possible. However, if it is a good experience, the best approach, and I'm going to give the word to Sergio in a little while, the best approach is quite like what happened to Zoom and Toastmasters, where we got a deal. We could actually pitch it to Toastmasters International and try to see if they can make a partnership, something that could bring clubs closer. If it's that good, it should go all the way. But in my opinion, we should always keep things as simple as possible. Agia, you had something you wanted to say?
One of the things in the article is talk about that microphone that you put on your jacket. Normally, those microphones are very expensive, and the clubs don't have the money to buy those microphones. So it's important to if your club has a lot of money, perfect. You can have the best material, the best quality. But it's important for the clubs to have material that they can afford. For example, I'm going to pick again the microphone. If you are using the microphone, the one that you put on your jacket, and it's a very cheap one, please tell us. And also, so I can put the link on the corner, so the members that want to get the material can buy, can know how to buy, can know the prices. So the prices is very important for the material for the hybrid sessions. So we always try to get the lower prices out of the material. And you can.
Do you mind if I comment? Do you mind if I comment on that?
Yeah, sure.
That's exactly the point. But again, I was asking if you knew about it, but I'm going to give you feedback. Of course, the point of Facebook Portal, the product, is that if people are buying, a full-on microphone, etc., and a follow me camera, that hardware in one go does it all. So that was the point of it all, to save some money and not having extra equipment and then coordinate all those. So that was it.
Perfect. Just to finish this topic, and the other thing is, like Rafael said, always think about the person that you are going to give the material, the person that you are going to give the technology. Try to pass, like we do the handover on our roles in our officers. As officers, we do the handover. It's very important for us to do the handover to other members, so the other members can quickly come to the stage and be Zoom masters. It's very important for the clubs to have 2, 3, or 4 people ready to be Zoom masters. It's very important.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to say something about the follow me. So one of the things that I feel are missing in terms of the live bit of the speaker, so the stage, is that that's why I was talking about the follow me. If you have a set camera, right, the people are not used to being framed while up, right, and being in a camera. So what happened in a previous session that I was with a GoPro is that the first speaker ran off of the frame, and so I actually had an idea of putting a carpet on the floor so that speakers would know, they shouldn't leave the carpet, so they know that be framed. So having someone like a camera, something following you, at least it's better. And I feel that we're we're maybe limiting speakers when they're live back as it was then, that they are very still. And then we're not using the best of both. When you're on Zoom, you're limited to this, but if you're on stage, I feel from what I've been seeing that people are still on stage stuck to Zoom because they know they have a camera and they don't know how far away they can move. I hope this makes sense. So
Yeah,
having that follow me.
Yeah, thank you for the comment. And that's actually why we're recommending the wide angle camera, so that the camera captures the whole stage, and it's very natural to understand where you're not supposed to go, because if you leave that space, you're on top of the audience. So you should literally, you're either on stage or you're on top of the audience, and it never feels natural to be on top of the audience. And we've had different sessions, and if the camera is very well placed, and it's not hard to do that, we don't have that issue. But I understand where your concern comes from, of course.
I think we should move on to this topic. We are focusing a lot on this topic, and we should go to the other topics. So to finish this topic, Danielle, try it and send us the feedback. Is the best way for you to show your idea. It's the best way. Another question? Raise your hand if you have another question. No other questions? Oh, I have one question over here. How many of the members in here are doing hybrid sessions? Joaquin, can you turn on your microphone? Joaquin, tell us a little bit about your experience. It's very important to hear another clubs and to hear what we are doing. It's very important. So Joaquin, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Sergio. So what we are doing is very close to what Rafael shown us in his presentation. The only difference, we do not use a mobile phone. We have a second computer because the facilities we are using to have these hybrid meetings, they have a computer. So we then bring a second computer, laptop, and is the only difference. All the rest is very similar to what you are doing. So, but instead of having a camera with power bank, we just have a second computer with a small camera connected, and we use the laptop and the camera in the laptop as to cover the stage where the speaker is acting. So, what could be improved in the comparing to what the Rafael shown us is the camera in the laptop sometimes is not as good as it should be to better cover the stage, maybe with a more wide angle, more angle camera. So besides that, it's very similar.
Thank you.
And the experience is good. So we are all happy with some. We have had some failures, as Rafael explained, or the internet connection went down, or things like that. These small things, but other than that, everything is going okay. Just and going back to the matter of hybrid sessions, yes or not, when we are in these sessions, half people in a room and half people at home on the computer, sometimes we feel that a little bit disconnected. So as we are not a group, it's a little bit strange, the sensation, but then we get used to it. And then in the end, within some time, we'll just go back to presential meeting.
Thank you, Joaquin. Thank you. And later on, I'll gonna contact you for you to share with me the information so I can put your information on the website, the material that you use and some tips that you have for the meetings. And another question, who here is thinking about going hybrid? Not okay. Thank you, Otame. And the ones that are not thinking about that, think about that. It's easy. It's really easy to do hybrid meetings. It's not a big boogeyman. It's so easy. You just need to do it and to do it and to do it. And one thing, it helps us to train about to improvise stuff. So do hybrid meetings. Rafael, the stage is yours.
Did you want to say improvise or improve?
Improved. Sorry.
Okay. Because there's a small difference.
I know.
No, I have to agree with Sergio. Do hybrid meetings and don't be afraid to fail. Do you know what the best argument to say to our guests to join our clubs is? This is a gym. What happens badly here is supposed to happen badly here because we do it badly here so we can do it well in other places. It's the same thing. Right now, we or everyone is doing experiments. They are failing. They are messing up. We did it. We failed many times, but that's where you learn. That's where you grow. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to grow. Just fail together with us as a group.
Thank you, Rafael. Thank you, everybody. Well, I love this last sentence. Let's fail as a group because we improve as a group. So a big turn on your microphones, turn on your microphones, turn on your I want to hear some noise. I really want to hear some noise. So, and a big round of applause for all of us. During the weekend, the workshop will be uploaded on the Hybrid Corner. Please share this workshop, share the Hybrid Corner, and I will contact you. Contact me, share your experience so I can put on the website, and we can help the other colleagues and the other clubs. So thank you for this hour, and thank you, Rafael, and thank you all the members.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
See you, everyone.
Bye, thank you.
Have a nice
day.
weekend.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you for the help.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'll stay last so I can close the door. Bye-bye.